Hello, Steve Watts 89. Well, it looks like Jonathan Majors is innocent. There was talk when he was first accused of assaulting this ex-girlfriend that they had evidence to prove that he hadn't done it, and they expected that the charges would be thrown out. Now, all they released were a couple of text messages, which didn't really sound actually good. But apparently they were holding on to the other evidence until they actually went to court for various reasons. Like, for example, it gives the other side a chance to basically change their story and adapt it and try so forth. So they held on to the evidence. Apparently, the evidence that they have is fairly, assuming this is all true, is fairly clearly, going to exonerate him of any charges. Basically, they have, to start off with, they have the driver of the private company who is prepared to say that Jonathan Majors didn't assault the ex-girlfriend, that she actually assaulted him and was I think being erratic. That's number one. That's the easiest thing, because you could question that. But then they actually have the most damning evidence, which is the body cam from the police, because apparently this woman woke up injured and oblivious to what had happened to her. She woke up in a closet in Jonathan Majors' house, had no idea what happened. I guess she called the police or someone called the police. They came up, they asked her, she answered 19 times apparently. 19 times she said she didn't know what happened to her. So she didn't know what happened, but yet they, because, the boyfriend is black, he must be guilty, of course. So they just basically coached her into saying, or led her to say, that he must have assaulted me, and I have no memory of it, but he must have done it. So that's how the accusations came to be. She woke up, had no idea what happened. They assumed, because, well, it's a black man, they're evil, of course, so he must have done it. And they couldn't understand how this guy could live in a luxury apartment, because they didn't know who he was, because apparently they don't watch Marvel movies. And of course, what did they think he was, a drug dealer or something, or some big kingpin, gangster or something? Like, they couldn't understand why. Apparently this is all in audio that they've got. So the racism was strong with them, basically. So they coached her into that. And they have also the video surveillance after the apparent fight, where she isn't injured. She's doing things with her hands. There's no sign of any damage to her ear or hand. She's out for hours, and then she gets drunk. And she admitted to the police that she got drunk to the point of passing out, that she took sleeping pills when drunk and had no memory of what happened. So how can you accuse something of injuring you when you have, or attacking you or assaulting you or having a fight with you, when you have no memory? You wake up and you just have injuries and you don't know what happened. You wake up in a closet, have no idea what happened, and somehow it's the fault of the guy who basically left you after you assaulted him and was somewhere else while you were in his apartment. So yeah, so it looks pretty much like he's going to get off, and he wanted to have this put up ages ago. He wanted to go straight into court because basically he knew he didn't do it, and he had proof that he didn't do it. And there's also the text messages and witness statements. There are people who they have apparently camera of him trying to get out of the car and her pulling him back in, and him leaving and doing selfies with some fans. And so there's witnesses that she was assaulting him, that there's this video of her pulling her hands on him and pulling him into a car, and him basically trying to get away from her and getting away from her, and her going out on her own, being drunk, going home alone. And then a few hours later she wakes up, calls the police, has no memory of what happened to her, because she apparently fell over in a closet and woke up there, and blamed him for everything. Or the police, led her to accuse him, because of course you have to accuse the black man, of course. I mean, you can't, because, as far as the police are concerned, they're all evil, so why not? Of course that's what's going to happen. It's like, are you kidding me? So this poor guy's had his career just dangling in the wind, because, and to the credit of, people, the media, the industry, that people have been sitting back saying, let's see. They haven't been jumping on this right away and making him out to be the bad guy or evil. The same thing with Namor. Although Namor spoke out immediately and said, I got a whole bunch of proof. Basically, this is a bad, soured relationship. This person is just trying to get back at me after the fact, after we broke up, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, and he was actually working on that for months before she actually came out. So people have been not fairly nice with that. The idea of just automatically blaming men isn't what most people do. But, yeah, so I'm just surprised that charges were even laid when they had all this evidence that they were apparently showing to the whoever makes these decisions. They still said, no, we have to charge the black man. Just make sure, you know, we're protecting, you know, society from this black man, because black man might have done something, because black man, black man, black man. Because apparently that's all they see. It's like, black man, oh my God, evil, scary, That's how these people work. That's how basic they are, how stupid they are. And it just drives me nuts, as you can see. I'm going to go.